Welcome back, guys. It's your boy KIDSTATIIC. I am back with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. If you haven't yet, hit that like button, subscribe. Appreciate you guys for showing love to the channel. And let's get right into it. Today we're going to be reacting to some Dragon Ball Super news, so I'm super excited to get into it. Big shout out to Geekdom 101. I've been watching him for years now, and he always has the actual news. So if you guys are interested in Dragon Ball Super news, please check out Geekdom 101. Let's get into it.
Man, it's been a while since we've done a Dragon Ball news related video. I hope you guys are doing really well today. This is going to be both a news related video and a rumor debunked video of something that's been going on now for about a couple weeks. And it does involve Toyotaro and what's next for his career. So make sure that you watch the video all the way to the end so that you have complete context for what's going on, because as usual, there's a lot of misinformation out there, and I don't want you to stay misinformed on any of this. So I hope you guys are doing okay. I've been doing just the Tuesday streams with Jordan here on the channel. I've got other things going on with other projects outside of Dragon Ball I've been focusing on. So it's good to be back, even if it's just, for this one video, at least for now. But there will be a follow-up based on the news. So let's get into it. The story is that a couple weeks ago, it came out that Toyotaro would be unveiling a new project he was working on. And the project was, a lot of people assumed, not Super, something not Dragon Ball related, like his own manga with his own characters.
And that's what I heard. I heard that he was working on something that was independent from Dragon Ball. I didn't think that it was going to be something to do with Dragon Ball Super. So the fact that it is, I think that's going to be real good. And I mean, he's the closest to everything that's going on now. So he'll be able to make the good decisions. And hopefully we can get some Dragon Ball Super soon, but we'll see.
Now, there was another translation that came out, because remember, this is all being translated and transcribed from Japan, and that can lead to confusion. And that translation said that it was not anything involving a new project, that it's probably going to be Dragon Ball related. And the main crux of the story is that it's not just going to be Toyotaro, it's also going to be Toyotaro being joined by Toriyama's editor, Torishima. This is, of course, Toriyama's original editor. He's the one that was with him and that pretty much discovered him. They were very close up until even Toriyama's passing. That man was a big part of Toriyama's life. Now we have clarity about what is going to happen.
And that's why I trust Toyotaro, though, because he was around Toriyama. Like he knows what he wants. And we're not really, we're still losing a big thing, but it's not like somebody new is coming in, taking over the Dragon Ball Super franchise. So I think it'll be good for us. But anyway, let's get back into it.
Because I was getting asked by a bunch of people, what do you think about this Toyotaro thing? Is he really doing a new manga with Torishima? And I just kept telling everyone, let's wait till July 7th, because he's doing a panel, or July 6th. I'm sorry, July 6th. So July 6th, he has a panel at Japan Expo. Now, Torishima is going to be there. We finally have clarity now, thanks to Red Ribbon DBZ. Japan Expo has given us clarity about what this is, and DBS Hype, of course, put the information out. So I'm going to read this and then tell you what I think to give you a complete understanding of what's going on. It says here, news: after clarification with Japan Expo, it turns out that Toyotaro is not working on any new manga. The site phrased the panel description badly, because remember, there was that whole translation thing. Toyotaro is set to talk about Dragon Ball Super manga with Torishima on July 6th. So I don't know if y'all remember, but July 6th is a very important day, because July 5th, 2015, 10 years ago, was the debut of the Dragon Ball Super anime, July 5th, 2015. Yes, 10 years have actually passed since the very first episode of Super. So it's pretty much on the anniversary week, and it's going to involve Toyotaro and Torishima. Now, there's a couple of prevailing speculations going on in the community. I have not spoken to anybody internally about what this could be. So this is not any kind of scoop or anything. I'm just telling you what people are talking about. And people seem to believe that moving forward without, with Toriyama no longer being with us, that Torishima will be the guy to help Toyotaro with future Dragon Ball Super chapters. Because just like how he helped Toriyama with the original Dragon Ball manga for all those years in the 80s, he also helped out with Dr. Slump. Of course, Dr. Mashirito from Dr. Slump is based on Torishima. It was Toriyama's way of putting him into the story. People seem to think that that's going to be Toyotaro's new assistant, or at least editor, for the future of Dragon Ball Super. And that makes sense. That actually does make sense. Torishima has not really done that type of work in a while. And because the Dragon Ball Super manga is monthly, it might be easier for him to read one chapter a month than 4 chapters a month, even though the one chapter is bigger. So I think that makes sense. The other speculation is that this could just be Torishima and Toyotaro talking about Toriyama, talking about what Dragon Ball Super has meant to Toyotaro's life, and sort of doing a tribute to the past. That could also be what's going to be discussed. The reality is, and I always say this, and I want y'all to please listen to me when I tell you this, I would keep your expectations low for this one, only because we don't know. We do not know exactly what they're going to talk about. V-Jump magazine and Shueisha have not announced anything. The only thing they keep saying, and they've said it multiple times in the previous few months of the V-Jump magazine, has been that Dragon Ball Super's on a hiatus. They haven't said it's over. They haven't said the story has ended.
Yeah, honestly, when you think about it, I've heard a lot of things. Since Toriyama passed away, unfortunately. It's almost like they're fighting for the claim of who's going to be in charge of that specific IP. But it's interesting, we might have to wait for a little bit, but I do trust Toritaro, and I trust a lot of the people that were already working on Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. A lot of these people were around Toriyama for years, so we can trust their vision. The problem is the companies, right? The companies want money. I mean, it might take a while for us to actually get Dragon Ball Super back, but who knows?
Nothing. It just says hiatus. Now, I have been making videos a ton about how I want them to be upfront with us. Like, if it's over, tell us it's over. And if it's not over, can you give us a date or something? Nothing, at least not yet. It's possible. It is possible that at this panel, they're going to announce more Dragon Ball Super with Toyotaro and Torishima. That is certainly possible, maybe even with a date about when the manga returns. That's all possible. But I still don't want you to get your hopes up, because we've been here before in the past where things seem to be going a certain way. The planets seem to be aligning a certain type of way. People are starting to get hype, built up. Oh my goodness, is it happening? And then the announcement doesn't come. Or the announcement happens later. Or the whatever they were going to announce gets canceled. There's been a ton of times where that's happened in the past 10 years. So with this one, keep your expectations low. I will be covering on July 6th, the panel. I won't be there at Japan Expo. Hopefully somebody will.
I might actually have to check out that panel as well, because that'll be interesting. Yeah. So look, let me know how you guys felt about this video. We might have to wait a little bit before we get any type of Dragon Ball Super, but we won't know officially until July 6th. Maybe after then there will be a good enough update that satisfy us, but maybe not. Honestly, I mean, who knows? With games like this, it's all legal, corporate. Like, it's not like they don't want to drop it. It's more like corporate. There's problems in corporate. So once we fix those problems, hopefully we get some good news. It's sad, but I am happy that we did get Daima. And I know a lot of people did not like Daima, but for what it was almost like a one-off GT type thing. And I like Daima. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of things that I did like about it. Kind of brought back that silliness to Super. But look, I want you guys to hop in the comments below. Are you guys like just waiting for Dragon Ball Super to drop? Are you guys mad that we have to wait this long? And how do you guys feel about July 6th? Do you think we'll get good news or bad news? Honestly, since Toriyama passed, unfortunately, everything's been up in the air. Like I said, it's almost like they're having a legal battle to see who's going to have the power. But who knows? On July 6th, we could get good news. Now, even just this update clarifying that Toritaro, oh, I'm sorry, I butchered that name. But he's not working on his own independent anime. He's working on a follow up to the Dragon Ball Super manga. So we'll see what type of update we're going to get July 6th. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Jump in the comments. I want to know how you guys feel. It's your boy Kid Static, and I'm out. Peace.